It's a lovely, comforting dish for the whole family to enjoy. Easy to scale if it's just for one, or if it's for a whole family. It's creamy scalloped potatoes. I'm going to show you how to make them. First thing you're going to want to get is your ingredients. You can find all of them at Safeway. You obviously need potatoes, margarine, milk, pepper, salt, flour. You can use gluten-free, Gruyere cheese. You can use Gouda or any type of cheese, and 2 red onions. Put all your potatoes in a pot. You don't have to do that, but that's what I do. You don't want to skin your potatoes. If you don't know how to do that, you're going to take your potato peeler, just drag it all across the skin. Don't cut too deep. Don't want to waste any potato. Now you're going to want to slice your potatoes thin. I like to cut them almost as thick as a potato chip. Here you want to go with your sauce. You need around 2 tablespoons of margarine. I would go higher, be a lot more liberal with this one. You're going to melt it down till it's that kind of consistency and a nice yellow color, almost as yellow as the potatoes. Put in some flour, and you want to stir it up till it looks like this nice yellow paste. Then when I add your milk, I'd add like 3 cups, but you don't need to see this whole process. It's pretty boring. To not stir it. Whisker stir it until it looks kind of like clam chowder soup, and it has to be bubbling. That's the key part. And then you're gonna want to grease up an iron cast pot and just like bunch of potatoes. Use around half your potatoes on the first layer because we're using 2 equal layers. Next, you're gonna want to slice up some onions. They should be almost like onion rings because you're gonna want to layer 2 layers of onions. You don't want to go as heavy on the potatoes. Remember, we're making scalloped potatoes, not scalloped onions. But the onions are a nice touch. It's just me loading up 1 layer. Annoying sister is not necessary. I had to use 2 hands to grate this cheese, and my dad was watching Die Hard, so that's why the angle's a little weird, but that was me grating Gruyere cheese. Just gonna add it on. Then add in your sauce. Another layer of potatoes. Another layer of onions and sauce. Then you're going to want to add some more margarine. Just dot it all on there. Margarine is really it's like the glue of this dish. So be liberal with it. And you're going to want to use the rest of your sauce. Just douse it on top of it. Sauce and margarine. Well, sauce is mostly margarine. Those are the key points of this dish. You're going to want to just go ham on them. Just slap old Sally in there in the oven at about 350. Okay. You're going to want to put it in there for around 30 minutes with the cover on for your cast iron pot. Next, to make your mom happy, you're going to want to clean up all the mess you make. I like to put all the dishes just in the sink because then it's my sister's problem. You're going to want to take out the cast iron pot right at the end there. But you're going to want to quickly put it back in without the lid on for about 35 minutes.
Should we spread the thing?
This is what it looks like halfway done. Pretty appetizing, if I do say so myself. I wanted to mix around the sauce a little bit more because it kind of started clumping up.
Okay, and then what does it say to do? You gotta add all your
stuff. You know,
okay.
You do what you want. This is me putting it back in at 35 minutes. Same temperature. If I were you, I would probably put it in for around 40 minutes. This was a little undercooked, but recipe calls for 35. This is me taking out that bad boy. And if I were you, I would let it sit for just a little bit longer and serve up. But isn't that appetizing?